Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. 4 things that could happen if Roman Reigns fails to regain the Ula Fala on WWE Raw on Netflix premiere. Roman Reigns has a historic tribal combat against Solo Sikoa on the January 6 episode of Raw on Netflix. The contest is a massive one for Reigns as his beloved Ula Fala is on the line. The prestigious ornament was given to Reigns by his father Sika Anoa'i and uncle Afa Anoa'i at Hell in a Cell PLE in 2020. If the tribal chief loses the match to Solo, it would severely hit his credibility in WWE, and he might not be able to get a chance to regain the Ula Fala. Even though the chances of this happening are minimal, but if Roman Reigns loses the match probably due to outside intervention from Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu, the big dog could concede defeat and join Solo's Bloodline 2.0. Roman Reigns may also acknowledge Solo, something that the Bloodline 2.0 leader has been asking for from the tribal chief. However, that might be temporary. Later, the big dog may turn on Solo, and the two could once again clash at WrestleMania 41 for the Ula Fala. The loss might also compel Reigns to think about his wrestling career. He may quit WWE because of the humiliation the loss would bring him. If not quitting WWE, the tribal chief might then leave SmackDown and move to Monday Night Raw and go after Gunther's World Heavyweight Championship. Jimmy Uso is seemingly not 100% as he suffered a broken toe, while Jey Uso might be taken out by Drew McIntyre on January 6. Further, Sami Zayn might not come out for Reigns' assistance, and CM Punk will not help Reigns for obvious reasons. Unfortunately, the tribal chief might be left alone in front of the new Bloodline mates and could be overpowered by Solo's men, eventually losing the fight to Solo. Reigns might then express his resentment against the Usos and confront them for not being there with him. He may also attack either of the two brothers and later throw them out of the OG Bloodline. The worst scenario could be the final boss throwing Roman Reigns out of the Bloodline. The Rock hasn't revealed his cards yet regarding which side he is on. However, the Great One subtly hinted at his angst with Roman Reigns when he showed up at Bad Blood on October 5. Reigns allying with Cody Rhodes might not have gone down well with the Great One. Moreover, a loss against Solo would give The Rock another reason to remove the big dog from the Bloodline. The move would also set The Rock's storyline with Reigns for WrestleMania 41. The Rock's match against Reigns was already planned for WrestleMania 40, but it was postponed after the fans backed Cody Rhodes against the OTC for the title match. The WWE Raw Netflix premiere promises to be a groundbreaking event, blending the drama of professional wrestling with the cinematic quality of the streaming giant. Among the high-stakes storylines, Roman Reigns' quest to reclaim the Ula Fala, a Simone ceremonial necklace symbolic of the tribal chief's authority, has captivated fans worldwide. As the centerpiece of the Bloodline saga, Roman's failure to regain this symbol of power could have far-reaching consequences, both for him and the faction. Here are 4 potential outcomes that could redefine the landscape of WWE if the tribal chief falls short. If Roman Reigns fails to reclaim the Ula Fala, it could signify the end of his reign as the tribal chief, opening the door for Solo Sikoa to take his place. Solo has been a silent yet commanding presence in the Bloodline, and recent events suggest that he's ready to step out of Roman's shadow. The WWE Universe has already seen Solo display moments of defiance, hinting at his ambitions. With the Ula Fala now in play, Solo could solidify his claim to leadership by retaining or taking control of the ceremonial necklace. Bloodline shift. The Bloodline could undergo a dramatic transformation under Solo's leadership. His approach would likely be more brutal and less manipulative, setting a darker tone for the faction. Roman's redemption arc. Roman might find himself on a journey of redemption, seeking to regain his family's respect and reclaim his throne. This could lead to a long-term storyline, culminating in a final showdown between Roman and Solo. Fan reaction: a Solo-led bloodline would breathe new life into the faction, potentially garnering massive support from fans eager to see fresh leadership. The Usos, once loyal lieutenants in the bloodline, have already broken away from Roman, citing his manipulation and arrogance as reasons for their rebellion. If Roman fails to regain the Ula Fala, it could signal the official end of his influence over his cousins, with Jimmy and Jey Uso solidifying their independence. The Usos' storyline has been building toward their complete emancipation from Roman's control. If they are the ones who retain the Ula Fala or ensure Roman doesn't reclaim it, it would mark their ultimate triumph over their former leader. Bloodline implosion. Without Roman at the helm, the bloodline could splinter entirely, with each member pursuing their own path. Usos' dominance. The Usos could position themselves as the rightful leaders of the family legacy, perhaps even creating their own faction. Roman's fallout. Losing the Ula Fala to the Usos could drive Roman to a breaking point, setting up a potential heel-to-face transition as he fights to rebuild his reputation. Roman's failure to reclaim the Ula Fala could introduce a new player into the Bloodline saga, shaking up the dynamics of the faction. This newcomer could be a real-life member of the Inoue family, such as Zilla Fatu or another rising star, who steps in to challenge Roman's claim to leadership. WWE has a history of introducing fresh talent into ongoing storylines to keep them compelling. The Bloodline's deep ties to Samoan wrestling heritage provide ample opportunities for new characters to emerge. Fresh feuds. A new contender could reignite the Bloodline storyline, providing Roman with a formidable opponent who represents the next generation of the family legacy. Roman's desperation. Faced with a younger, hungrier rival, Roman might resort to even more ruthless tactics to maintain his relevance, further solidifying his role as a villain. Elevating the new star. The introduction of a new family member would allow WWE to spotlight emerging talent while tying them to one of the most successful storylines in recent memory. Perhaps the most shocking outcome of Roman's failure to reclaim the Ula Fala would be his decision to step away from WWE entirely. After years of dominating the roster and carrying the company as its top star, Roman might view losing the Ula Fala as a sign to take a hiatus or retire from active competition. Roman has hinted in interviews that he's considering a lighter schedule in the future. Losing the Ula Fala could serve as a narrative reason for him to bow out gracefully, allowing WWE to elevate new stars in his absence. WWE without Roman. Roman's departure would leave a massive void in WWE, forcing the company to build new main event stars. Legacy matches. Roman's absence could make his eventual return even more impactful, setting the stage for high-stakes dream matches. Fan sentiment. While some fans might celebrate the end of Roman's dominance, others would miss the drama and gravitas he brings to WWE storylines. The Usos could interfere in Roman's match for the Ula Fala, either helping or hindering his efforts. Their involvement would keep the focus on the family drama, ensuring the Bloodline storyline remains at the forefront of WWE programming. Solo Sikoa could betray Roman in a decisive moment, asserting himself as the true tribal chief. This act would not only shock the WWE Universe, but also solidify Solo's position as a main event star. Paul Heyman, the wise man of the Bloodline, could play a pivotal role in the outcome. His loyalty to Roman has been unwavering, but a shift in allegiance could completely alter the power dynamics within the faction. The WWE Universe has been abuzz with theories about what will happen if Roman fails to reclaim the Ula Fala. Some believe it's time for a new leader to emerge, while others think Roman will find a way to maintain his grip on the family and the WWE. If Roman loses the Ula Fala, it's the perfect opportunity for Solo to rise. He's been in the background for too long. Roman stepping away from WWE would be huge, but I don't see him losing the Ula Fala just yet. I think this will lead to Zilla Fatu debuting. The Bloodline story has so much potential for fresh faces. The Raw Netflix premiere represents a pivotal moment not just for Roman Reigns, but for WWE as a whole. The Ula Fala's symbolism as the heart of the Bloodline makes this storyline one of the most compelling in wrestling history. If Roman fails to reclaim it, the ripple effects will be felt throughout the WWE Universe. Whether it's the rise of Solo Sikoa, the dominance of the Usos, the introduction of a new contender, or Roman's potential departure, the aftermath will undoubtedly shape the future of WWE programming. One thing is certain, the stakes have never been higher, and fans are in for an unforgettable night of drama, action, and family warfare.